and kind of stop so-called quality, um, whatever the case may be. But for those who didn't listen earlier, it may be saved on the other file, whatever the case may be. But I was going, in, for those who didn't understood what I was saying earlier, I was talking about the American people and the implementation of the Roman government program that's been going on since ages against the Israelites. And I was getting reference into the so-called patriots, the Tea Parties, the Patriot Action Network type of people who now siding with Vladimir Putin, a so-called communist, a Kremlin spy over their president Barack Obama, over things in the world. And I was just speaking of James chapter 1 verse 8, which means a double-minded man is unstable in all his ways, which is true. You are double-minded individuals. I mean, one minute you're a patriot, now next minute you sympathize with communism. I mean, that's double-mindedness. Either you're a patriot for America, or you are a sympathizer for communism. At least the people on the left have an idea of where they stand. But it seems like you so-called people on the right don't have no idea whatsoever. I don't get into politics anymore. I used to. I don't get into it anymore because it's all foolishness. When you look down at it, you both support the same system. It's just the way and how they dress it up. They give you two choices. They give you the blue pill, the red pill, or the crip or the blood. I mean, they change the colors, but it doesn't matter. They for the same agenda. They just reword it and they just articulate it, and they have other plans that hides the true intention. Because if they blatantly came out with it, you would assimilate it very easily, and you would not be concerned about race, creed, color, etc., or background. You would just all came together and fought against the government, plain and simple. But they have to play a game, and they have to use classifications. They have to use philosophy, ideology, in order to break you down into groups instead of assimilating as one. But I'm gonna be honest, the children of Israel does not really expect the other nations to align with them. But if you do, all praises, and you will be blessed by the Most High if you do align with the children of Israel, the 12 tribes of Jacob, of course, the 12 sons of Jacob. And those who support us, the 12 seeds of Jacob, the real 12 seeds of Jacob, not those who live in Israel today, you will be blessed by the Most High God. That's true. Now, if you deny the 12 tribes of Israel and who they are, then you will not be blessed when the time comes. You think you're being blessed by having money and nice cars, a nice home, and a nice family. Well, here's the dirty secret. Lucifer also give blessings too. Look at Nicki Minaj and Jay-Z and Kanye West and Kim Kardashian and Pink and Lady Gaga. Those people got billions of dollars. And you looking at them, they're doing all kinds of wickedness, all kinds of kesha, all kinds of evil, satanic things. Chris Brown, Rihanna, Beyonce. I mean, they're doing all types of evil. They're working all types of wicked magic and music. But yet, they still are making millions of dollars. They still are being blessed. They're still having nice homes. They drive nice vehicles. They don't eat the same food that you eat. They have an unlimited amounts of resources, way more than you and I put together will ever have in our lifetime. But they still work with evil. They're being blessed by Lucifer. Have you thought about, even you, a lot of you Christians are blessed by Lucifer. It's just the truth. You saying you're being blessed by God, then okay, or here's the question. Are you eating pork, number one? Are you obeying the laws, commandments, and statutes, adhering to the Sabbath day? Are you doing that? Are you adhering to the high holy days? Are you adhering to those policies? Are you doing the works of the Most High with faith and works? If you're not doing any of those, then you're not blessed by the Most High. You're blessed by Lucifer. It's just a fact. Like I said, the Most High gives Lucifer power to do what he needs to do. And I'll go in there to in a minute. But one thing that kind of disturbs me, besides the SNAP program being cut down by $5 billion, which means it's $36 loss per household. Now, I do believe that the elderly and the children deserve free food. They should. They should not go without a meal. And let's be honest, a lot of them ain't going without a meal. I never seen a person on welfare broke. I never seen them go without. I seen them with the nicest clothes. I seen them with even nice cars. Even and it just predominantly just so-called black people. It's white people too. It's Asian people. Very few of them, but it's majority black, white, Hispanics. So they're not starving at all. Don't get me wrong, but they're solely dependent on the federal government. That it will upset them even at the smallest to have even one penny cut away from their program. All this is designed to see how dependent they are on the federal government. Shutdown showed that example. That was on purpose. That was the second shutdown in history. First one was by Bill Clinton. Now this one by Obama. They're setting it up to the point to where they want to condition the people, see how things go when the government doesn't run and the funding is not rolling, and see how far they'll go. And if it goes to the point to where the people can be willing and be desperate and willing to accept anything the federal government wants them to do, then they will they will let the shutdown go, and then they'll implement a new program to where all the dependents will have to be forced to do something else that would be considered immoral or better yet ungodly. And it's going on. You people don't understand. You're out there and having a good old time. You thinking everything's good. America will continue to rise, and God bless America and all this other crap that some of you Negroes, you gotta make me sick to my stomach. I used to be one of these Negroes that God bless America and flag and walking around, etc., like a damn fool until I came in this truth. This book actually got me out of that foolishness. I thank the Most High every day and the Son Christ for guiding me out of that damn foolishness. Because that's all it is. You in these political parties, you ain't gonna accomplish nothing. The people in power are the ones that are accomplishing something. You just the millions at smoke screen. All you're doing, you're just a character playing in a movie. When you're a Republican or Democrat, liberal, conservative, y'all at each other's damn throats and this and that, not knowing both sides support the same program, especially you Negroes, and you Native Americans. Even some of these white folks, you can try to say, "Oh, we Native Americans too." Yeah, I bet you are. After you don't rape them, you don't took everything away from them. You might as well be. And you Hispanics, you Mexicans, Latinos. I mean, y'all in the trouble too. Y'all part of the tribes too. So none of y'all are in the tribes. Now we gotta understand that there's some that are not. We can, we can also look into your bloodline. See, you got a white slave, a white daddy. Now, what do you got? What do you got to say about that? Look at Bob Marley. Bob Marley's daddy was white. He's not an Israelite, even though he looks like us. But he's an Edomite. You even got some white people who are Israelites, but they don't look like us. There are white people walking around today, what on this earth today, got a black daddy, but you can't tell. Quincy Jones' daughter is one example. Yeah, she is one example. You can look at Quincy Jones' daughter, and you can't. She was one of these NBC shows, and you take one look at her, you say, "Oh, that's just a white woman with brunette hair." That's the first. You just say, "Oh, that's a white woman with a tan with brunette hair." But then and you look at her dad. Her dad is black, but she's like a straight up white woman. You remember that story I did last month with the two girls, the two twins? One of them came dark, one of them came white. That's the classic Jacob and Esau, right here in the Bible. So, and that girl, that twin, she's black, even though she's a white. She looks white, but she's black. I mean, she's a white girl, but she's black. Through the seed, through the blood. Look at Homer Plessy. Homer Plessy was black, even though he was a white man. He was black. That's why there was that big Supreme Court case about him that he can't seat in the front lines of the rail cars because he was black, even though he was a white man. Ain't that something? Yeah. But another issue, since we get on the SNAP program and the conditioning of the people, especially the Israelites collectively, they are more dependent on the government. Collectively, the Israelites, I'm talking about all the 12 tribes, are more dependent on the federal government than the other nations. Let's just be honest right there. Now, if we want to break it into groups, the Caucasians in America are dependent. But if you look at it as a nation of Israel, the Israelites are dependent on the government more. And you're gonna have some Egyptianologists and Nuwabics and what these other atheists and other fashionist groups that post themselves as prophets and have their women teaching men and all the other madness nonsense. Any organization, any church that allows their women to teach men, you ought to be ashamed of yourself. You ought to be thrown out for that. But I want to bring another side thing to it, and I'm gonna rear it back because it's gonna be a focus understanding. It's like focus factor here. Yesterday, I guess last night, I was, in the writing the scriptures down. I was reading along and writing the scriptures. I was reading in the book. Just focus, trying to get the focus mode on for Sabbath day, of course, it was Sabbath Eve, and it's this Tommy Sotomayor brother. He needs the Most High. He needs Christ. I heard his mother's a preacher. That's probably why he's crazy. It's probably why he's crazy. His mama's a preacher. I'm just gonna tell it like it is. I ain't gonna hold no punches. Just like he holds no punches, I ain't gonna hold no punches on him either. That's why he acts like that. But he got truth. Don't get me wrong. He got a lot of truth. But you got your mama preaching. Something. Yeah, you did have a messed up life. You sure did. You sure did have a messed up life. Your mama's a preacher. I believe anybody's mama who's a preacher, and I feel sorry for you. Your mama's a preacher. Anybody's whose mama's a preacher over men, you got a messed up life ahead of you. I know it. I've seen brothers messed up in the head because they mama be preaching. They mama want to be the man. They mama wearing the pants in the house. Man ain't strong enough, because two men can't run a household. Man ain't strong enough to put his foot down, because all the woman got to do is get in his face and call her. And I'm just calling like Thomas. Somebody call her white daddy, Mr. Policeman, Mr. Judge. That's what they do. They call their white daddy when they can't get when they exhausted all their psychological resources against you. First they'll talk bad about you. Then that don't work. And most of them are fat as hell anyway. Then the second program, they'll turn around and they will use your children against you as shields. They use them as pawn. I'm not saying all black women do this, but there are a number who do. And other women too from other nations, don't get me wrong, but predominantly is black women, because you see the statistics. They'll use your kids against you as a shield, as pawns, and make threats. That don't work. They call their white daddy and they come and get you. And they come get you with no questions asked. They're not going to talk to you. They're going to get you, then they're going to talk to you. See, first they got to take you in jail first, then they'll talk to you. See, other nations, they'll come in there, they'll talk to you and tell the woman's a lie and then tell the woman get out. No, not with you, brother. No, they come in there, they come in there, black and Latino, Native American, they come in there, they're going to snatch you up and they're going to put you in jail unless you are impotent. If you're impotent, then yeah, there may be a conversation if you got enough clout. But back to this ordeal. And he talks about a lot of rants, and a number of stuff I disagree with. How they use the English language, but I understand people will use language here and there, but this guy, he's like Eddie Griffin. He's like the Eddie Griffin of talk radio, basically. I mean, it's MFGD, MFGD, BBB, HHH, and sometimes I just tune out of it because it's to the point to where I just can't deal with it, with all the language. I mean, I can deal with some language, but there's a threshold I have when I listen to people. But when there's too much cursing, okay, come on, because it's not necessary. A lot of it ain't necessary. I can hear you see you hurt yourself and you say a S word, or you hurt your toe, you say a swear. Okay, it's fine. But using in every other sentence, I mean, he's smarter than that. He can. I mean, the guy's very articulate. He can. I mean, he just doing that to get the attention of those. And let's be honest, these Negroes. The only way you're gonna get their attention, you curse them. You curse at them. That's the only way you're gonna get their attention. You talk to them like myself. I talk to you in this way. You won't pay attention. You'll call me some old uppity Negro white boy. Then if I start using foul language, say, yeah, that's my nigga, yeah, my nigga, yeah. But when he was about to start his show on Blog Talk Radio, somebody sent him a link of somebody who was taking his daughter's pictures and putting them, photoshopped them and put them in pornographic images. You know, it's one thing to attack a man. That's fine. You can say whatever you want about him, as long as it ain't false. If it's true, hey, so be it. He has to deal with it. But if it's false, well, you know, there's litigation for that. It's one thing to attack a man. It's one thing to attack me. I don't care. You can say whatever you want about me. But to attack a man's family, to attack his daughter especially, and then use his daughter's image in a portrayal of pornography, that's child porn. And whoever the hell, and you know what, who the hell is doing it, I hope you go to jail. I hope the police or local law enforcement will find your behind and track your IP address and put you under a cell. And I heard there was a woman. Good. Put her under a damn cell. Show her no damn sympathy. She looked like a damn fat carpet muncher. Yeah. Stanley seen the carpet cleaner. You ain't 10 too. You supposed to speak loving words. You know what? For those out there who are saying that stuff, where's your works? I don't see none of your works. All you doing is complaining and running your mouth on YouTube every day. Typing and commenting. Refreshing every 2 minutes to see somebody commenting on your Facebook wall or your Twitter account. You don't do nothing. You ain't got no works whatsoever. Y'all, you talking about I got faith. Your faith ain't worth a damn. That's what James said. Your faith ain't worth a damn. You ain't got no works. What are you doing helping kids? What are you doing with the canned food drives? What are you doing helping the blind? Helping the visually impaired? What are you doing? You helping your people? Where's your works? Where's your teachings? You ain't got none. Oh, I got faith, brother. And you're on the comment section running your damn mouth. Talking about, yeah, you need to stop being harsh. You need to preach like this. You need to do this. You need to do this. You need to shut up. If you ain't putting your brick in, you need to step aside and let somebody else do it. See, you take an opportunity for somebody else to put their brick in to the Most High. You're a paperweight. You're a dead paperweight. I'm just gonna say, you're a dead paperweight nigga. That's what you are. That's what you are. There ain't no damn different than a Negro that run off with a bunch of with his children. You ain't no different than a woman that aborts her child. Blatantly. Where's your brick? You ain't got one. You ain't got one to hold, nor you ain't got one to put in. You don't know where to start if you did. You might as well put it in your pocket and jump off the coast of the ocean and get drowned. That's how much worth you are to the truth. You're nothing. You just a commenter. You run your mouth. You don't help other brothers and sisters out there in the truth. You don't donate. You don't do any of that. All you do is run your mouth. Comment. Look at this. You ain't doing this right. Ooh, you said a bad word. Ooh, you ain't got no works. Now what? All you doing is sitting on the internet all day surfing the web looking for something stupid. Somebody to harass and troll. Somebody to make you feel good because you got low self-esteem issues, especially you Negro women. That's why you got your hair color all in different colors, red, green, orange, purple, and blue. Talking about it's a fashion statement. Fashion statement by behind. You got a low self-esteem issue because you can't accept the fact that your hair is going bald. And the Most High done curse you with a scab on your head. I'm talking about the daughters of Jerusalem with a scab on the head. That's why you can't grow a lot of good hair like the other nations do. That's why you balding out. That's why you got those short ponytails. That's why you got weave and extensions in your hair. That's why you got all this other perms and conditioners and chemicals and lye in your head to try to look like the other nations, because the Most High done curse you with a scab. Because you're haughty, you're foolish, you're loud, and you're light-minded. When I say light-minded, I don't mean good. Light means dumb. They ye old English terms. And just like you Negroes, and you Negroes ain't no damn different. Most y'all think between your legs. That's why you don't do too well when it comes to intelligence and common sense. Because you too busy. I'm just gonna say, you too busy worrying about pussy. That's all you care about. Every day, that's all you care about. Let's get pussy. Yeah, then wake up in the morning, want to get some. Wake up in the evening, want to get some. Walking at work, want to get some. You ain't thinking about building this nation. You ain't thinking about helping your brothers and sisters out. All you care about is getting high, getting drunk, and getting laid by some old white girl. That's all. You're just a nigga. A nigga, a straight up nigga, plain and simple. That's why they call you niggas. You think they just gave you that title because it sounds nice? Now, of course, it came according to Acts chapter 13, verse 1. Let's go there since we were in the midst. But see, these were different. Here we go. Acts chapter 13, verse 1. Now there were in the church that was at the Antioch certain prophets and teachers, as Barnabas and Simeon, that was called Niger, Niger, and Lucianus of Cyrene, and Mariaman, which had been brought up with Herod the Tetrarch and Saul. So the prophets were called Niger, niggas. They were black. But see, the other word nigger is usually was an ignoramus, like yourselves. Because that's all y'all think about, what getting between a woman's legs. And now it's gotten too ridiculous to the point you concerned about what getting between another man's legs. Now look at y'all. Some of y'all are homosexuals. Going both ways. Oh yeah. Yeah, I can tell by those. Ain't no gay radar or nothing. I can just take one look and say, something wrong with this brother. Something wrong with this brother. Know those who take a little too care for themselves? I mean, watch for them. That's what I'm coming from experience, looking at what these guys like. What the hell wrong with this guy? Guy ain't got perfume on. But yeah, they took pictures of his images. I guess photoshopped his daughter's face or whatever, and injected into, editing Photoshop into a pornographic scene. And he canceled the show and rescheduled it about probably like a couple hours later because he was tired and all that stuff, and then he got back on, whatever case may be. But the simple fact is that the thing is, we're tearing each other apart. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't see none of y'all do the white man like that. I don't see y'all doing Tom Cruise like that, having his daughter's pictures all over the place. I don't see any of y'all going out there and photoshopping her image and then putting her in pornographic scenes. I don't see any of y'all niggas doing that. You ain't. Because you know who's your slave master. You know who's your daddy. You know you won't dare raise your hand against them. You bow your head down every time they raise their hand on you. They slap you on the back of your head and say, get your, what, in the kitchen and cook, nigga girl. That's right. You won't do nothing to your daddy. You won't do nothing to your slave master, the man that you love. Y'all love him so much, and y'all love him so much, y'all even offer your 4-year-old daughter to have sex with him. That's right. That happened a couple of days ago. Some man that was on Craigslist and then some woman, and they was gonna get together, and she even enticed him with her 4-year-old daughter. And the father didn't know what was going on until he saw the text messages and called the police, the brother. But She was willing to offer her daughter for $500 so this 26-year-old man can have sex with this 4-year-old daughter. And this is a so-called black woman that offered her children that. And believe it or not, that's been going on in ages, since slavery. That these slave women would offer their little daughters to appease the master. Oh yeah, that's a fact. And I guess that's why they keep putting his daughter's image on pornographic images and stuff, and try to get him to quit. Well, if he ain't in the truth, well, he's gonna quit soon. If he ain't in the truth, I'll put it that way. He's gonna be put to death if he don't get into the truth. And those women who are doing it, they, hey, repentance at that. I'm gonna be honest. At that stage, I don't see repentance in your future. I see death. I see death in your future. Something like that, I don't think that can be forgiven. I mean, it's one thing to do bad things, but engage in abominable things. But it's another thing to sit there and take a man's daughter who has nothing to do with your issue and Photoshop her picture and put it in some pornographic images and put it out on Facebook thinking that's cute and that's funny. No, that's child pornography, you schmuck. And I hope you get tracked down. I hope you get locked up and take some of those naps out of your head. You ought to be put to death for that. I'm gonna be honest with you. I call that's the equivalent. That's borderline equivalency of rape and murder. You putting a child's image in a pornographic scene. You ought to be put to death for that. There shouldn't be forgiveness on that part, because you knew what the hell you was doing exactly. You knew exactly what you was doing. I mean, it's one thing to say something nasty, but it's another thing to take the time to Photoshop somebody's child, 7-year-old kid, 7-year-old girl, and then take it out, Photoshop, edit, and put in a pornographic image. What kind of sick, twisted, despicable mind is that? Unfortunately, that's the mind of so-called most black women. I hate to say that, but it's true. That is that type of mind state that's going on. I mean, if you're willing to so-called support your sisters, then why the hell you take the little sister and put her out there in a most egregious, most sickening, disgusting manner? I thought you were supposed to love your sisters, not hate them. I thought you were supposed to love your brothers, not hate your brothers. I mean, your brothers and sisters, they're not your enemy. Even though some of them act like it, but they're really not your enemy. These other nations, I'm gonna be honest with you, these other nations, they don't care about you. That's why them Arabs will sell you pork, even though they don't believe in eating pork. That's why some of them, not all of them, Orientals will sell you rat, cat, and dog and put it and mix it into the food and smile at you like you eating some real good food, but you eating the stuff that they killed. And some of these, I'm gonna be honest, some of these white folks, some of them, not saying all, some of these white folks don't like you, and they'll tell you straight up. And they will not deal with you just because of your skin color. That's just a fact. You saying God loves everybody. God don't love everyone. But see, let's go to the book of Job, chapter 9, verse 24. Now, Job, a lot of people have a debate about Job, but according to Lamentations and looking at the land of Vaz, VZ, that Job is an Edomite from the land of Vaz. But once again, everybody has their interpretation and their understanding. So I'm not into the business of beefing it out with what, well, it means this, well, it means that. Well, if you ain't got no works, well, it's time for you to give that up and start putting in some work. Then we can talk about something else. It's always, it's funny. It's always these same people that claim they know that they're in the truth, but they ain't got no damn work. They ain't doing nothing. I mean, community service is work. Helping children, especially most of these children in these communities are of your people. So when you help with the community, you are helping your people, believe it or not. And you got time out of your schedule to do that. I mean, you got time to surf on YouTube and Facebook and Twitter for all types of nonsense. You can spend some of that damn time to help your people. I mean, if you could spend 2-3 hours surfing the web, you can spend 2-3 hours helping the children of Israel. Because I'm gonna tell you this, because some of the Edomites are actually helping the children of Israel. That's who I work with, mostly Edomites. And they help the children of Israel. Where are you at? You always talking about, let's build our community. Oh yeah, that's easy to say. It's easy to type it on the web, just type it on your keyboard and have a little voice. But then if you ain't got no work, you ain't out there putting in work and helping your people, then they ain't no damn good. You just fall on deaf ears, and basically you wait. Number one, you wasting the Most High's time, you wasting Christ's time, and you wasting your people's time. And you're wasting your own time. Well, that doesn't count because that's what you're good at doing, wasting your own damn time. But you're wasting the Most High's time, you're wasting Christ's time, and you're wasting the people's time. So if you're about chatting and comment and typing, then you know what? You ain't no damn good. You can just shut the hell up. You might as well just go back to be a Christian, whatever the hell you were. You might as well go back and party Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday. You might as well go get your freak on Friday, suck on Saturday, and and sin on Sunday. No, actually, it's freak on Friday, sin on Saturday, and get saved on Sunday. That's what a lot of y'all do. Job 9:24. Now this is Job. And a lot of you say he's an Israelite. We just gonna cut that out. We're just gonna disregard that, okay? Because all that does is cause confusion. Let's go there. Job 9:24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? Now this is the wicked. The wicked is given. Now Job is saying the earth is given to the hand of the wicked. Remember when Adam fell? The Most High told Lucifer, say, look, if my people fall, this couple falls, they mess up. If this man messes up, you shall inherit the earth. But the condition is only 10% of your power of you can operate. Only 10%. You shall inherit the earth, but only 10% of you can operate within the earth of the wicked. And when Adam fell, Lucifer inherited the earth with 10% operation. That's plenty for Lucifer. That's more than enough for him to do what to do. Now we're running on 90% wickedness, because remember each vial is being dropped down into the earth in Revelations. So why do you think crime is getting worse? Why do you think all types of sadism and sickness and madness, all types of diseases and foolishness is running rampant? Because the vials are being released. You dummy. The vials are being released. Let's go to Job chapter 30, verse 1. Now, better yet, let's go to verse 8. Job chapter 30, verse 8. They were children of fools, yea, children of base men. They were viler than the earth. Children of fools. And that's a lot of y'all, a lot of you so-called atheists out there. I bet you came from a family of fools. And you're raising fools with your atheism. You're a damn fool. You are a complete damn fool. And your mind state and what you do are viler than the earth. You're more wicked. You're more wicked. Because atheism isn't about, well, I don't care what's going on, I just care about my preservation. No, atheism is more about spreading their poison to everybody else that they can infect. and they relish in the fact that they can convert a Christian into an atheist, or an Israelite into an atheist, or anybody else into an atheist. They relish on that. They spread their poison. Why do you think they have these so-called reason rallies? And I think last year they didn't have enough funding to come together. That just shows you how disorganized they are. Because they don't believe in nothing. So if they don't believe in anything, they don't believe in getting together. They don't believe in getting funded. They don't believe in one cause. They just believe in nothing. That's why they can't get any funding to have that damn reason rally. I think the Most High, it didn't go on. Let's go to verse 9. And now I am their song, yea, I am their byword. Now, see, in Job is being slammed. Now, Job is being called names because he worshiped the Most High. And for him serving the Most High, being an Edomite, because there's some Edomites out there who are defending people of color, the children of Israel, and they're being called names. They're being called bywords. They're being called poor white trash. Those out there who are not meeting the so-called standards of the white society. Yeah, there are those Caucasians out there who are not meeting the standards of white society that are being called names, bywords. They're being called the equivalency of niggas, believe it or not. That is true. Some of y'all can take it a certain way, but, we just going to call for what it is. They abhor me. Abhor means they hate me. They flee far from me and spare not to spit in my face. So they're fleeing far from Job. Because now he's came to the truth. Now he's a servant of the Most High. He's been a servant of the Most High. Now they hate him. Now they call him names. Now they spit on him. Now they insult him. And that's happening to some of these Caucasians out here now. Being called names. Being spat on because they're standing for something that is right. That was going on during the civil rights when there were some Caucasians who stood up and said, look, these black people, they deserve rights just like anybody else. They deserve to be left alone just like anybody else. They not deserve to be persecuted and executed and chased after, hunted down and gunned down and hung up, all that stuff. And you know what? They was right there alone getting strung up. And there was some Jewish people. There were Jewish people who were actually, there was Jewish men out there who was sticking their neck out there for the Negroes, for the Israelites, because those Jewish people know who the children of Israel are. That's why they were sticking their neck out there, because they know they were going to be blessed in the end. And they was getting strung up right along with the Negro. The Jewish person, so that's what I say. This is not a hate campaign or none whatsoever. I'm not here to hate, because I recognize and I acknowledge those who were of the other nations that came and risked their lives and even paid with their lives to help the children of Israel, knowing that they will get blessed, because they know who the children of Israel are. Hold on for a second. Let me turn this air on, because this is getting hot. Let me get some. That's all I was saying. There was people out there, out of the non-Israelites out there, who was actually helping us. Now people are going to start, well, we paid with the Civil War. Well, none of y'all did it for glory. None of y'all did it for political aspirations. But a lot of y'all know, some of y'all did it for righteousness. Others did it for, glory and something to tell their grandchildren. And they know they was going to be famous off of this. So they did it. They did it. Out the basis of that. Now, but in this situation, there are some Edomites out there. There are some Moabites, Chinese, Japanese, other nations, Indians, even Africans, Hamites, that are helping the children of Israel. and some of them pay with their lives. So we have to acknowledge that too, that some of the Gentiles out there is going to be helping us. Well, of course, we know the majority of them will disdain, will disregard us. But those who actually do help us out there, we should look at that and should consider their contributions. Because I'll put it this way: I'd rather deal with a Gentile. I'd rather deal with I'm put it this way: I'd rather deal with a Gentile who has got the faith and has the works, versus an Israelite who has no faith, no works, and does not want to have faith or works, or does not want to come to the truth in general. I'd rather deal with that Gentile who's actually in the truth, who actually got faith and works, who actually adherence to the laws, commandments, and statutes and the Sabbath, compared to an Israelite by blood who don't want to follow none of that. I mean, you dead paperweight. I'm also roll with the Gentile than roll with you, because I know you're just dead weight. And we don't got a lot of time to be sitting up there waiting for you to make up your mind if you're gonna come in the truth or not. Either you do or you don't. That's plain and simple. Now, of course, it's gonna take some. They take a year or 2 year, whatever. But now the vials are pouring out more and more, and the program is accelerating. The Roman Edomite program is accelerating at alarming rates. So now the time of the essence is strong, and we have to push forward now. Either you want to get into this truth and get in this understanding and be prepared. And yeah, you got to take some precautions as well. Preparedness like water, food, rations, etc. Firearms, etc. But I personally don't believe in getting extreme with it. There's people who get too extreme to the point they buying up 100 firearms with 100,000 bullets and all kinds of stuff. And the government got more than that. I'll be focused more on food and water than 100,000 bullets. Yeah, a firearm or two is fine, if you can carry one, of course, legally. That's nice. A firearm too, whatever. A lot of food, a lot of water, and some plans, just in case things go wrong, like passport, which I need to do. Actually, I need to get a passport pretty soon. But basic things you need to survive, and also exercise, getting in shape. Physical endurance, because you're gonna be doing a lot of walking and running, and if you got all this supplies and food and these guns and you weigh about 400 damn pounds, you ain't gonna last very long, because hell, you're not physically strong enough to survive. So I mean, you got all this firearms, guns, and everything, but you're not physically fit in order to survive. I mean, that's ASS backwards. I mean, start with the mind, the spirit, the mind, the body. You get the spirit right, you can understand the scripture, and the Bible's the truth, and you follow it, and the mind will get correct, which the mind will force the body to change. When the mind changes the body through physical transformation as well as health transformation, then resources will come in. The resources of getting canned goods and as water, clean water, no pork, non-pork canned goods, and those basics will come into play. Those will come into play. The firearms here and there will come into play when you get the mind and then the body. Because, you got a bunch of guns, but you about 400 pounds. I mean, you got some people that are physically fit that can maneuver around that foolishness and get you. You 400 pounds. What if you have to run? Now what? You can't run because you 400 damn pounds. You probably couldn't get 4 steps in. What are you gonna do when you run out of gas? Your truck goes down, your car goes down, you don't got mechanical skills to fix it. What happens there? Huh? Then your truck broke down. Now you gotta walk. You 400 pounds, you gotta walk. You ain't getting very far. I'll tell you that now. You're not getting very far. Cow muscles gonna collapse because all that damn weight on you. Your ankles is gonna collapse because all that damn supporting that weight. Chest muscles going down because you got all that fat around your chest and everything. Stomach muscles going down because you got all that fat around your stomach. Now you're having convulsions. Now you're getting seizures. Now you got high blood pressure. You see where I'm going with this? And I see a lot of these preppers, got all this wears and tears and all this great stuff, but they ain't in shape. A lot of them about 400 damn pounds. A lot of them about 400 damn pounds. Trust me, I used to be over 350 pounds until I changed it. I dropped 100 pounds. I changed that because when I got in this scripture, that's when I started losing weight. When I got in this scripture, I started losing weight because I knew if I'm going to survive when that time comes, I need to be in shape. I need to be ready. I need to be ready on the roll. I need to be running and gunning. You can't be running and gunning 350 pounds. You can't be running and gunning when you're 400 damn pounds. And I don't care, well, I'm super athletic. I'm 400 pounds. I can still run. I can, whatever. Unless you're the world's strongest man type of build, I can understand that. But if you're 400 pounds full of lard, you're not going to get very far. And that's important. And people say, well, you got to harp on that. I got to harp on that because that's going to help you. Because how you going to serve the Most High when you 400 damn pounds? None of the prophets were fat. Name one prophet that was fat. None of the prophets were fat. They were fit and trim. Ready to go. Christ wasn't fat. Peter wasn't fat. Paul wasn't fat. James wasn't fat. David wasn't fat. Solomon wasn't fat. Josiah wasn't fat. None of these men were fat. All that fatness came in when you started eating pork. Started eating that damn pig. That's when all the fatness came in, and the gluttony of the Romans and the Greeks. And that's how and believe it or not, that's how a lot of our SNAP program women and children, that's why they fat as hell. That's why the mama about 400 damn pounds and the child about 200 damn pounds and about like 10, 11 damn years old, about 200 damn pounds on welfare. Because eating all the damn junk food, eating all that damn, ain't no wrong with junk food here and there if you're working out. If you got muscles and stuff like that, if you got muscles or your metabolism is conditioning pretty well, etc. Yeah, I can understand you can eat junk. Floyd Mayweather does it all the time. He trains a lot. Michael Phelps eat a lot of junk food. Michael Phelps eat over an average of 12,000 junk food calories a day because he trains. He trains 8 hours a day. So he's consuming 12,000 calories a day, eating pizza, Twizzlers, all types of junk food. Now, if you're a sedentary lifestyle, now you got to severely reduce them down to 1,500 calories in order to maintain weight or even lose some weight. In order to lose some weight, keep it at 1,500 calories a day. Don't go over there. Now, if you're working out and you're losing weight, 2,500 calories ain't going to hurt you. Now, if you were like a bodybuilder or something, that's someone who's a hard gainer, 6,000 calories a day will suffice. That's people who eat 8,000 calories a day who are slender. My old man will consume like 7,000 calories a day, and he was 156 pounds, 6'4". He was skinny, but he was muscular, but he was lean. And he eats. He eat 2 bags of chips a day. He eat a lot. He's gone, but he eats. He eats a lot of food. His metabolism is just through the roof. What probably killed him? He had an extremely high metabolism. But let's go to Psalms chapter 14, verse 1. Well, that Bible ain't gonna help us. The Bible ain't gonna help us. Yeah, it ain't. Yeah, if you don't got no words behind it, yeah, it ain't gonna help you. That's why James said faith and works will bring things a whole. We got to do something. There's always those that say, that Bible ain't going to work. We got to do something. But they always the ones that say something, but they ain't the ones that ain't doing anything. I'll tell you the truth. Let's go to, hold on, Psalms. There we go. There we go. Psalms chapter 14, verse 1. This is for you atheists out there, you non-believers. The fool hath said in his heart, there is no God, that they are corrupt. They have done abominable works. There is none that doeth good. They're talking about all you atheists. Now, some of y'all be trying to trick and try to say, well, I do believe in a God. I just don't believe in religion. I do believe in a higher power. I just don't believe in a religion. Then higher power means God. Now, what is it? Do you believe or you don't believe? And we ain't talking about religion because there's no such thing as religion in the Bible. Now, has religion been quoted 1 or 2 times in the book? Yeah. Doesn't mean this book is religious. It's not a religious book. That's something that the Catholic Church created, the Jesuit order created, in order to keep you docile. You got to understand how the Roman Edomite program works. They have had these things implemented and planned for ages before you even were thought of. Before your parents, your grandparents, great-great-great-great-great-grandparents were thought of. They wanted to make the Bible a fairy tale. That's what. So they came with this banter. They came with these propaganda, etc. about it. The Bible is a historical book of records. I can go to Book of I'm gonna give you an example. Let's go to Maccabees. Let's go to Maccabees. I'll show and prove it to you. Name one book that shows that expresses this, that hasn't came from the Bible. Let's go to First Maccabees. Here we go. First Maccabees chapter 1 verse 1. Let's go. And it happened after that Alexander, son of Philip, the Macedonian, who came out of the land of Chetam, had smitten Darius, king of the Persians and Medes, that had he reigned in his stead in the first over Greece. The first over Greece means the first civilization of the Edomite kingdom. Everybody want to say that Greek and Romans were the first civilization. Believe it or not, they were the first of their people from that civilization. Babylon was a civilization. Assyria was a civilization. Egypt, because remember, Darius, king of the Persian and Medes. So there was already a civilization before Edom ruled. So Darius, king of the Persian and Medes, there was already civilizations before Alexander. Alexander was not the first to create modern civilization. Okay? There were those, actually it was Nimrod who was the first to create civilization. The Hamite, Nimrod the Hamite, yeah, the African, Nimrod the African, the Hamite, not Israelite, Hamite, okay. So that is shown in the Bible. Here we go. Here's another one, verse 7. So Alexander reigned 12 years and then died, probably from disease, messing with boys. And his servants bare rule everyone in his place. And after his death, they all put crowns upon themselves. So did their sons after them many years, and evils were multiplied in the earth. Now, hold on now. That shows you the Greeks and Romans are the devil. They're evil. Because after their sons and their sons and their sons and their sons and their sons, evils were multiplied upon the earth. That just show you they're wicked as hell. But then the so-called, people who defend the so-called Jewish people about their DNA is traced to their mother. Now, they would have said their mothers, but it says their sons after them and their sons after them. Why does the Bible always reference to the man? Because the man has seed, sperma. Okay? Any woman could get pregnant with a man, but in order to have a certain bloodline, there has to be a certain man that has to inject his seed into that woman. Let's use a basic analogy. I take an apple seed, right? I plant it here. in this state of Arkansas, it's still an apple. It'll grow, the tree will grow as an apple tree. I take that same seed and I put it in Florida. Even though it grew in Florida, it's still an apple tree. Take that seed, put it in Cuba. Maybe it grew in Cuba, but it's still an apple tree. China, still an apple tree. Are you kind of understanding where I'm saying? It may come in a little different shade or little texture, but it's still an apple tree. That's what a lot of you don't get. Let's go to Psalms chapter 19, verse 7. Here we go. The law of the Lord is perfect, converting the soul. The testimony of the Lord is sure, making wise the simple. So all you so-called wise archaeologists, ultra-intelligent people, this Bible can make you simple, very simple. But see, since you're in denial, since you got so much pride, you're willing to try to argue your way out of the book, philosophize your way out of the book. Close the book. Let's talk about what we think. No, I don't give a damn. I don't give a rat's behind what you think, and and the Most High don't give a damn what I think. Is what He wants us to think is going to be true. You can take that to the bank. Let's go to Psalms 24. You're not teaching it right. And you ain't doing no works. Psalms 24, verse 2 to 3. For He hath founded it upon the seas and established it upon the floods. Who shall ascend into the hill of the Lord, and who shall stand in His holy place? So, they're going to be those who's going to stand in His place. He that have clean hands, a pure heart, who have not lift up his soul unto vanity of temptations, not swore deceitfully, nor swore deceitfully. A lot of y'all believe it or not, a lot of y'all are charged with dirty. Well, some of if you repent, you come with clean hands and with a pure heart. Now, there are those who have did wrong who still have a pure heart, who have not lift up his soul unto vanity. Now, if you haven't lifted your soul into temptation, like the music industry, pornography industry, things like drugs and heavy alcohol drinking, and massive pornography and all kinds of promiscuity, sexual activities, etc. Okay. And those who have nor swore deceitfully. Now, you haven't sworn deceitfully. That means you sworn, you blatantly lied to people about things in the world or on the earth. And I'm gonna be honest with you, a lot of these so-called white folks are charged for swearing deceitfully. Those are your mega church preachers. T.D. Jakes swore deceitfully. Creflo Dollar swore deceitfully. Who else? Joyce Meyer got no damn business being a preacher, swore deceitfully. Kenneth Copeland swore deceitfully. John Hagee, a damn devil straight out the west gates of hell, swore deceitfully. They're not going to make it. We pray that those in the truth that will make it. And there's going to be time our faith going to be tested. And some of us may slack. Some of us may, kind of fall out the truth because it gets a little too much. That's going to happen. But we got to stay like it's like the finish line. Go Psalms 43, verse 13 to 15. Thou makest a reproach to our neighbors, a scorn and a diversion to them that are round about us. So the other nations make a reproach to our neighbors, to our people, the Israelites. Look at this. Vaudeville shows, blackface, Al Jolson. Al Jolson is Jewish, actually. Was actually one of the many who played famous for vaudeville faces, for blackface, as they call it. Black mammoths and all that, all this mockery of black people, etc. Now, the other nation said, thou makest a reproach to our neighbors. Yeah. Here we go. Just to prove that, verse 12. Thou sellest thy people for naught, and does not increase thy wealth by the price. So the other nations sold you. And now they make you a reproach to your neighbors. Your neighbors are the 12 children, 12 tribes of Israel. And we've been making fun of everybody. Everybody's making fun of us. Thou makest a byword among the heathen, a shaking of the head among the people. Now, we've been made bywords among the heathen. The heathen got jokes for us, call us niggers, coons, Mexicans, spicks, wetbacks, Native Americans, tomahawk heads, scalpels, all types of other names, just nasty, sworn, nasty, and just ugly names. And they got words for us. The heathen got words for us. They called us nigger. They called us names, and tar baby, blackie, and a shake on the head among the people. Because the heathen, they shake their head every time they see a Negro get caught up doing something stupid. Robbing somebody, stealing from somebody, doing something real dumb and stupid. Ain't got no damn business doing. You see them heathens do like this. They're like, even though yesterday that when that woman, that so-called science teacher, that sister out there, who allowed the kids to reuse the needles to prick themselves in the science experiment, and she was one to blame. She wanted to blame the school for that. And then the reporter was like, the heathen reporter was eating my report like this, like, you dumb nappy head. And I know her words like, you dumb nappy head, coon bag, nigger girl, you stupid. That's what she wanted to say. No, she couldn't say that on TV, but that's what that was the facial emotion that she wanted to say. She wanted to, like, you nigger, you, which was stupid. But my confusion is continually before me, and the shame of my face hath covered me. So we're people that's being shamed through the ages. And until we can't come back to this truth, we're going to continue to be shamed. You talk about, well, we're going to wait till Christ comes. It won't be. No, you got to work on that. You got to work on that, okay? You got to work on that. Let's call Jesse Jackson. Let's call Al Sharpton. Man, they still calling people nigger after Jesse Jackson, Al Sharpton sued the daylights out of them. I mean, them niggas ain't going to do nothing either. They're there to get paid. They don't care about your feelings. They care about how much profit you can generate from a race incident. That's the only time they'll come out. They ain't coming out for Nathan Taylor, because he got shot by Negroes. They ain't coming out Hadifa Pennington, because she got shot by a Negro. They ain't coming out for Ramarley Graham, because he got shot by the cops. And, cops keep your butt on lock. See there? They're Trayvon Martin. He's just a figurehead. Trayvon Martin. Every time there's shooting comes up, Trayvon Martin. What about Nathan Taylor? This man was more worth of his salt than Trayvon Martin. Trayvon Martin, I'm just going to be honest with you, want to be a thug, want to be a G. Got kicked out of school 50 million times. Had to live with his dad. His mama couldn't deal with him anymore. I'm not saying what happened to him he deserved. No, he didn't. Not at all. But then to put this little young man on the catapult on the pedestal, like he's some innocent sweet angel, that's BS. If that's the case, you might as well put Hadifa Pillman on the pedestal for being shot. Look at Nathan Taylor. Y'all ain't say nothing about him. He was a veteran. Did 3 tours of duty. Was about to be married to his fiancée and the little daughter he had. Had about to earn a degree in computer science. This guy had hopes and goals. This guy was actually doing something. He was doing something honorable. He was not involved in no gangs. He had no beef with nobody else. It was just somebody that came up there and didn't like him to gun him down for no damn reason. Same what I did for Pillman. She just happened to be outside and got shot in the neck by a no good, lousy Negro. Y'all want to cry about Trayvon Martin. Well, whatever that lousy, no good Negro was Trayvon Martin that pulled the trigger and shot the little girl in the neck. Now what? Then y'all be defending him. Talking about, Well, the difficulties of society that made him be this way. Oh yeah, so it's difficult society that made him that extreme so he can kill his sister. Okay. Which how y'all want this? How much hypocrisy y'all want? Y'all ain't no different than the Tea Parties. You're a hypocrite too. Because if it was Trayvon Martin that was a damn shooter and shot that little girl in the neck, y'all would be defending him. I tell you. Psalm 49:11. Their inward thought is that their house shall continue forever, and their dwelling places to all generations. They call their land after their own names. Now that gives you a clue what group of people out there that's oppressing you. Who's running around naming lands after themselves? Look at Africa, for example. That land was named after General Leonidas Scipiocanus Africanus, a Roman general who defeated Hannibal during the Second Punic War. A lot of y'all don't even know that. And then a lot of y'all deny, especially Egyptology, you Afrocentrics and you New Wobblies. Y'all deny that because then that would destroy your whole philosophy, your whole doctrine about the Afrocentric movement. That will completely destroy your logic, your way of thought, if the fact that name you pride yourself called Africa was named after a Roman, a Latin man. It's like America, Amerigo Vespucian. Y'all call yourself American. Stupid. You calling yourself a Spaniard, an Italian. You calling yourself a Roman. And then you add African American. That's even dumb. You're calling yourself a Roman Italian. How stupid can you be? But, you know what old saying is that, you want to keep something away from a Negro? Put it in a book. Because it's a 90% chance they won't read it. Unless it has something to do with rap or half-naked booty models or weave and hair hats. That's the only reason they're gonna read it. If it's hair hats, blue contacts, and amber clean, they ain't gonna read it. But brother, if it ain't no woman with a big booty and a thin waist, they ain't reading it. If it ain't about rap or basketball or football or baseball or beef, then they ain't gonna read it. They ain't gonna read it. Unless it's the Book of the Dead, of course. If they read the Bible, most of them read it to attack people with it. You going to hell for that one. You do that. The Bible's not to use as a weapon. Okay, it's used as edification and historical understanding. Okay. And this shows you more about the enemies who are doing this. Psalms chapter 50, verse 19 to 21. Thou givest thy mouth to evil, and thy tongue frameth deceit. Now, a lot of you people give your mouth to evil. A lot of you do that. That's why you talk like the way you do. You give your mouth to evil. You speak evil. You speak evil of others. I'm talking about gossiping. One example is gossiping. That's speaking evil upon another person, going around. I heard about this. All that's gossip. Most I don't like that. He knows when you're gossiping. That's why you're getting sick. That's why some of y'all, especially women, you getting sick. Some of y'all getting bald headed too. Why some of y'all got diseases, high blood pressure, cancer. I say good for you. You deserve it. You deserve to get disease speaking evil among people, especially our people. So all a lot of y'all do is speak evil, and you're gonna be put to death for that one at where you are, because it's called cancer. It's called disease. It's called AIDS. It's called herpes, hepatitis. It's called baldness of the head. Now you got to wear a wig. Now you got to cut your hair down to mine. Look like my hair, huh? See, my hair is natural. Your hair was natural when you was a baby, and then you got it processed and chemicalized. Now you got to go. Now you got to go borderline half natural. That's why you went around wearing them hair hats, blonde wigs, and the blue contacts. You hate yourself. I mean, you want to speak evil among your own people in that way. What makes you think you don't? Because anybody who speak evil amongst their people, I mean, to a point to where it's just absolute wickedness. What do you think they? You think they love themselves? Nope. Now there's a difference between truth about your people and then just blatant evil. There's truth versus evil. Now, if I tell the truth, the fact that, let's just say a number, I ain't say all black women, a number of black women wear weaves, hair hats as they call them, perms, blue contact lenses or color contact lenses, and lighten their skin up. That's a fact. That's true. That is 100. That's 100% true. It doesn't mean all of them. That says a number of them. Now, if I said all black women do this, then that is speaking evil. Just like some black men don't want to take care of their children. They run off and don't want to pay child support. They run off and have other children. Okay? Now, there's a difference between being tested and then acknowledged being a father than hearsay. Now, any woman can say, well, you're my child's father. Well, if you don't have evidence to show that that's the child is that man's child, etc., then that's all hearsay. That's all accusations. But if the father is acknowledged as being the child doing the DNA testing, then yeah, you got to do what you need to do. Necessary. You need to compensate with the child, etc. Because that is your child and you need to take care of it. Plain and simple. End of story. But not all so-called black men are like that. But that is the portrayal, according to the media, about that. And just like with some of the black women, they portray the black woman as mean, bitter, mean-spirited, and angry. Not all of them are that way. But there's a number of them that will kind of convince you that the majority are. If you look at the rates of marriage, 52%, more than that, actually 56%, have been unmarried. We're not talking about those who got married and got divorced. No, we're talking about those who never been married, who never have been proposed. How about that? Proposed to marriage. Those who have not been proposed to marriage. That's what we're talking about. Now they'll say, oh, the man got a problem. He can't get married. Well, the man can get married just when he wants to do it. It's like me. I'm not married because I don't want to be married. Not at this time. Well, Issachar was 40 years old when he got married. Oh yeah, Issachar was 40 years old when he got married. So let's not go there. Look at Abraham. You gotta understand that, hey, sometimes right now is not the time. Some people get married when they're young, and 2 years later they get divorced, and then they marry somebody else, and then 2 years later they get divorced, and they have and the kids are attached to them. And now it's a big mess. You got 4 or 5 kids by 2 different men or 2 different women that you previously were married to. It's all a mess. So my best bet is to be patient, and when the time comes, the time will come, and then then everything will be much better established compared to rushing to get married because it's the thing to do. Because when you go with that mind state, next thing you know, you're standing right there in front of the judge, with files for divorce. That's why all these white marriages be coming up in divorce. About 69% of Caucasian women get married in the United States are divorced. Over 69% of them. That's the majority of the Caucasian race of people who are being divorced. Oh, they can get married quickly, like right out of high school. But their divorce rate is through the roof. Now, of course, America will come up with fake poll statistics to say America is not, is marriage like, but it's not the case, and compared to with other nations. But America is the most divorced nation on this earth, and America set that standard. They set the standard. They didn't invent it, but they set the standard for it. Yeah. Verse 20. Thou sittest and speakest against thy brother. Thou slanderest thy own mother's son. Now, that is actually that's referring to Esau. Because remember, Esau and Jacob are brothers. And Esau's now, in the book of Psalms, thou sittest and speakest against thy brother, against your brother Jacob, and thou slander thy own mother's son. So that is your own, your mama's own, your mother's son as well. Not only you're her son, that he is also the mother's son. So you slamming your own brother, your own sister, slander them. And a lot of y'all doing that too amongst your own people. I ain't gonna say nothing that's false. If it's true, I'll tell it. You know. But if it's something that's not true, I'm not gonna put them out there like that if it ain't true. And if I find out if it ain't true, I will apologize and ask for forgiveness. But I don't go around slandering people if it ain't true. If it ain't been proven through legal, like Obama had an affair with Larry St. Clair. That's been proven because their court documents state that. Court records show that. Through a sworn oath. And then why Obama paid $2.7 million in lawyers' fees to beat it, to get to drop it. Because they know it's true. That's not slander, that's a fact. Now, if I say Obama was with Beyonce and had sex with her, that's slander. That's a lie. That's a lie. I slander against the man because I'm trying to put his marriage in jeopardy. That's slander. Some say, you are slandering black men, slandering black women. How I'm slandering them? I'm saying some of them. And some of them, and when I say some, when referencing to and not taking care of their children, that's true. When I reference to some black women who got perm and hair hats and blonde wigs, that is true. That's a fact. It's not slander. Now, if I said everybody in general, then yeah, that would be that. Well, you can't slander a group, a people. Okay, you can slander a person, but not a people. That's called prejudice. Okay, prejudice. You prejudge a group. It's called prejudice, not slander. I'll tell you the truth. Let's go to Psalm 64. Okay. No, let's go to Psalm 53. 53, 3 and 4. The wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies. Now, that can also reference to some of you black folks too. Not only you, but some of you black folks, Hispanic folks as well. It ain't just referencing to some of the Caucasian people. It's also reference to you people, because just this statement alone, scripture alone, a lot of some of you do this. Speak lies. Gossiping is speaking lies. Spreading rumors is speaking lies. Okay? Slamming somebody else's child that has nothing to do with between the adult and two adults, that is speaking lies. Their poison is like the poison of a serpent. They are like the deaf and antler that stoppeth her ear. So it's true. Some of you people's poison is wicked. Just like that poison that young person, if it's her, that took the man's daughter, 7-year-old daughter, took the picture and photoshopped it and put it. Now, personally, I didn't see it, but there was a lot of people that said that they saw it. I don't look at stuff like that. I just go by that person. If it's one witness, like the old Bible said, if there's 2 or more witnesses that say the same thing, it's true. Let it be. So there was 4, 5, 6. There was 6, 7, 8, 9 witnesses who saw it. So I'm going to go by what they say, because they don't have any incentive to lie when it comes to things like that. And then the brother saw the picture himself. So that's 10. That's proof right there itself. That's proof in the pudding. I tell you, some of us, some of us need to get together. And this may be, and this is all, of course, this verse can be referred to the archaeologists too. Well, actually, this is traditionally referred to archaeologists. Psalm 64:6. They search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search, both the inward thought, every one of them, and the heart is deep. So the archaeologist's intention to search out things is not the intention of bringing knowledge to the people. It's actually to somewhat delay the understanding of the children of Israel. Now, some of y'all can take it in another way. That's fine. You do what you do. But then there's those out there who search out iniquities. You search out, evil. You search out bad things. They accomplish a diligent search. And that's some of y'all out there who are, like you attacking, some of y'all be attacking Israel United in Christ. And you know who you are. That be attacking them and be searching out things, try to search things in their past, or try to search things and trying to so allegedly expose them, which is not exposing. All you doing is gossiping. Just like some of y'all do with the Gathering Church of Christ. Y'all go out there, y'all trying to search things on them and call them CIA. Oh, they're members of CIA and all this other crap. And then you go out there and you slamming what's that dude named Tommy Sotomayor. Now y'all do worse to him. Y'all scouring his photos, and then y'all taking photos of pictures he taking with people, and then y'all Photoshop them and put them in uncompromising positions, and then you send them out to the World Wide Web, and then you even harass the people that they know him or do business with him, and y'all harass them and searching his numbers and stuff and trying to get him fired or try to make you lose money, etc., because you don't like what he has to say. So none of y'all be doing that stuff too. This scripture applies to you as well. Searching out evil. Y'all searching out things to find things to get on people. It's wicked behavior. Very wicked behavior. Very wicked behavior. Let's go Jeremiah 31:31. This is the last one, and this is food for thought for those out there who claim, well, God got rid of the Israelites and made a new people. Us Christians are the new people. We're his people now. Okay, let's see what Jeremiah chapter 31 verse 31 said. Let's see what that say. Behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that I will make a new covenant with the house of Israel and with the house of Judah. Now, hold on. Where does it say the Gentiles? Where does it say that? What does it say? Well, the Most High said, behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that I will make a new covenant with the house of Israel and with the house of Judah. What about that one? Huh? I thought y'all were the new people. I thought y'all were the new people. Obviously you weren't. You are partakers, but you are not the inheritors. But like I said, this is the Sabbath, and I hope y'all stay holy and righteous in the Sabbath. And I will see y'all folks around. We'll have videos up tomorrow. I've been delaying it for a while. Got a new shotgun microphone. I kind of tried it on the dartboard ordeal, etc. I will have videos out. It will take a minute. I will have new videos. I will be talking about the SNAP program and what's going to happen, etc. So I'm working on some more things. So hope to see y'all folks around.